I think part of the reason why I was highly anticipating this anime wasn't only because it's a stop motion project, but also because it has bears in it. A childhood favorite of mine is Winnie the Pooh. Not only has Pooh been a part of my life since birth, but I'm still able to recall watching the cartoons and playing the game so much that my tapes and DVDs broke. There's a kind, pleasant warmth that can only be found in creations like Pooh because there's no real conflict or villain. Yes, there are problems and very real moments that these characters go through, but there's always a resolve to such issues through the power of community and friendship. Another childhood favorite of mine is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I didn't care what time of the year it was. I would always pop in a DVD whenever I wanted to and enjoy this strange style of animation, catchy songs, and memorable characters. But it was always the animation that I kept coming back to the movie for. I didn't know what it was called at the time. I just knew that I loved it because it was different. As an adult, I still love both of these things for the same reason. I sometimes find myself humming the tune Winnie the Pooh, and I still watch and enjoy The Nightmare Before Christmas whenever I damn well please. Stop motion is my favorite form of animation due to the amount of time and dedication involved in the art, but it also gives me a great amount of anxiety, as if it wasn't for passionate animators and studios like Laika making amazing works of art with decreasing amounts of return. I feel that stop motion is a dying, underappreciated form of art. And I still love bears. You can never get me to stop loving a family-friendly bear. I will never stop loving the warm embrace of Pooh, Paddington, Baloo, Fozzie, Corduroy, Grizz, Panda, and Ice Bear because they're just so doggone sweet. Rilakkuma and Kaoru just makes me happy, and it's saddening to see how little people are engaged in this quiet stop motion anime about a woman, her bird, and her bears. You can never be upset at anything with the purest intention to just keep you company and mellow you out, and this show nailed doing just that. It's available on the streaming giant Netflix with 13 episodes that last for a mere 10 minutes, doesn't overstay its welcome, and each episode gets its point across perfectly in that short amount of time. Taking place over the course of a year, episodes are set within a different month, and each month brings different joys and pains with encouraging little notes at the end about how sweet life can be when you grow, learn, and make it so. While yes, I don't think Rilakkuma and Kaoru is a heavy-hitting emotional show with its drama and lessons, but what it does excel at is in tone. This is a show that belongs in its medium because it wouldn't be the same if it wasn't a stop-motion production. I love how the introduction for the Netflix logo is different with each episode. I love how the models of the human characters aren't quite realistic, but are well designed enough that you know who these people are at first glance. I love how the show dabbles into the surreal, enhancing the tone because it doesn't have to be realistic. I love how the animals are called pets, but are seen and treated as people. I love how expressive the animals are, not only with their models, but with well-designed sound editing and direction. I also love how the animation is allowed to speak for itself thanks to the animals not speaking. And I love that there's a friendly homeless old man who lives under the bridge that people just get along with. The atmosphere of this show would also be decreased if it wasn't for the setting and photography. The lighting and sets are well designed enough that the environment feels like it's breathing. The anime wouldn't be the same if Kaoru's job was at a big multi-corp office building and not a small, older, struggling one. Peaceful afternoons and evenings at the Tokyo Riverside wouldn't quite feel like this if it was 2D animated. And then there's Kaoru's small apartment, which I adore. So much feeling would be taken away if she did live in a larger, modern Tokyo apartment and not this small, charming, antique dollhouse that she and the animals call home. Watching them gather around a delightfully lit kitchen table, sleeping next to each other in a bed and on the floor, and spend time together as a family just fills me with joy. Pure, unfiltered, laid-back joy. The animation also gets brownie points for me as the animators found a way to incorporate this slick 2D animated segment, and awaiting anime tears is also to be noted, as water and crying are the enemies of stop motion. I just wish that more people would watch this show as it's made for everyone. Yes, it's about another character who was made to sell merchandise, but anime itself is a brand to sell and profit off of, and this is one of the few good ads for merch because it isn't blatant and achieves its goal. Rilakkuma is a simple slice of life Iyashikei anime that you'll enjoy if you allow it to relax and soothe you for 2 hours. It may not be one of your new favorites in Iyashikei, but I'm afraid that this may become a sleeper hit of 2019 when it's so widely available. I'm not sure if it's because of marketing, the animation, or the genre it's a part of, but I do know that it's small, simple, and sweet, and all of that is delicious because it's one of those rare few things that contains the kind of warmth that only a bear can give you, and I'm thankful that I allowed myself to embrace that warmth, even if it only lasted for a mere 2 hours.
See you later. Bye bye.